Jake! Go Cookie! Go! Up the Rabbitohs!
Guys, and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, it is the middle of the season, which means I'm giving you my mid-season NRL ladder predictions. So we are going to predict the remainder from round 14 all the way to round 27, and then I'll give you my finals predictions and all that good stuff. I'm also going to be drinking my protein water. Now, this is bloody good protein water, and not an ad, but BSC, reach out. I'm always open to sponsorships. No, look, it's good. It is good. I've never really liked protein water, but this one, it's a mustix flavour and it tastes bloody good. And I've had other flavours from these guys, and they're really, really good. So I don't normally promote products on here, but this BSC one, man, it's the good. Just finished a workout, crack this open, so I am going to be drinking this during this episode. So please excuse me, I've just finished my workout, got home, I need some protein. So let's get into it though, guys. All right. So first game we've got this weekend. Round 14 is this weekend. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to be biased. So I tip my Rabbitohs this weekend. I do believe they can win, but we'll talk about it in a sec. So Dragons, Tigers, I think the Dragons get the job done here. I'm going to go 20 points to 16. Oh, Jesus. 20 to 16. I think the Titans do. I'm just going to put them down with a 6-point win. I would love to say, yep, Rabbitohs will win this one, but I'm not confident. I need to be 1,000% confident that the Rabbitohs will win that game. So, obviously, I've backed in my boys, and I will continue to back in my boys every week, but yeah, that's enough said, basically. All right, Cowboys, Warriors. At home, I think the Cowboys get this done, so I'm going to go 18 to 10. Broncos and Sharks. No, Nico Hines. I think Broncos get this one done 24 to 10. Storm and Knights. I'm going to go 28-12 to the Knights. Panthers 16, Manly 12. And then I'm going to go Bulldogs 21, Eels 14. So if we update that, a few changes. Bulldogs come back into the top 8. Rabbitohs stay last, unfortunately. Titans make their way up the ladder a little bit there. So, yeah, look, not the best for my team, but we continue. Sharkies and the Dolphins. I think the Sharks, they'll win this game. So, Sharks 16-12 in this one. Raiders, Cowboys. I'm going to go 10-6 to the Raiders. Rabbitohs, Broncos. I do think the Rabbitohs can put up a fight here, so I'm going to say 12 points to 20. Tigers, Titans. I think the Titans win that. I think they get a good win there, to be honest. I know it's at Leichhardt, but I think Titans get a good win there. Warriors, Storm. I'm going to go a close one, but I think Warriors win that. I know Storm, I think they play pretty well over there, but I'm still going to back in the Warriors in that one. Bit of an upset. There's obviously going to be upsets here and there. Speaking of upsets, I do think Roosters win this, but I think Parramatta make it very close. Not an upset, but it shouldn't be an upset. But yeah, I think the Roosters win, but in a close game. Seagulls, Dragons. I think Manly win that one. I think they win at 22 to 14. And Knights, Panthers. I can't see the Knights winning that one. So if we update once more, what does the ladder look like here? Yeah, I mean, a few changes, but Dolphins are just hanging in on that into that top 8. So hopefully the Dolphins can hold that. They've got a game against the Storm here. I'm going to say Dolphins just get up there. I think the Titans beat the Warriors, both 18-16. It's probably not going to happen. Let's go 2016. Roosters, Bulldogs. I'm going to say it's a low-scoring game. I'm going to go 12-8 to the Roosters. Now, this is a game I do think Rabbitohs win this one. I'm putting the Rabbitohs down for a win here. I'm going to say 18 points to 12, a 6-point game, close one. Tigers and Raiders. Campbelltown. I can't see the Raiders losing this one. I do think it'll be close though at Campbelltown. All right, so we'll update that. Oh, this is without Origin players too. That one I'm not quite sure about because I reckon David Fafita might be out, but still going to stick with it. I think that one's probably right. We're not going to lose any players, so we actually probably win that one by more, if I'm being honest with you. Raiders lose Hudson Young. Tigers probably don't lose anyone. Look, I still think Tigers hold them to 12, but I still think Raiders win that. So there we go. And Rabbitohs off the bottom. That's an exciting moment for me. Next up, Bulldogs and Sharkies. I'm going to go... Sure, I think the Dogs win. Jesus, okay, I think the Dogs win. Warriors and Broncos in New Zealand. I'm going to go Warriors 24-20. Knights and Eels. I think the Knights win that one by a point. Storm and Raiders. I reckon that'll be a 24-6 win there for Storm. Dolphins, Dragons. Dolphins should win that. Although you know what? We're going to go a 2-point win for the Dragons here. I reckon the Dragons get a bit of an upset there. Panthers and Cowboys. I do think the Panthers win that one. And then I think it'll be a 36-16 win there for the Roosters over the Tigers. So there's your top 8 after 17 rounds. Panthers, Storm, Sharks, Roosters, Broncos, Raiders, Bulldogs, and Dolphins. All right, Parramatta Eels against the Rabbitohs at CommBank. Look, obviously I want to tip my boys, but I do think Manly win that one. Sharks, Titans. I think the Sharks get the job done there. Broncos, Panthers. I do think the Broncos... Oh, Jesus Christ. We're going to go 18-16 in that one. Bulldogs, Warriors. We're going to go 19-12. Tigers, Storm. I'm sensing an upset in this one, so I'm going to go 16-12 to the Tigers. I think there'll be a few upsets. I really do. Cowboys against Manly. I'm going to go 24-16 there. I think the Cowboys at home get the job done. Roosters, we're just going to go 25-12. Early field goal for them. Knights, Raiders at Canberra. I think the Raiders win this one 28-6. So let's see what the ladder looks like here now. Few changes. A few teams moving on up. We move on. Round 19. Raiders, Warriors. I'm going to go 20-10. Raiders way. Rabbitohs, I think, win this one pretty well. And we should have a lot of players back come round 20 as well. So we're pretty much close to full strength here. I reckon we get a few wins to close out the year. That's my opinion there. Knights and Broncos. McDonald Jones. I think the Broncos win that still. I'm going to go 24-22 to the Storm. Panthers 20. Dolphins 6. And then we've got Manly against the Titans. I'm going to go 18-16 to Manly. 18-14 to the Cowboys. All right. Top 8 staying pretty consistent there. Bulldogs stay up in 7th, which is really good for them. Dolphins sitting around that 8th spot there. So, we've missed a round. How did I miss that round? All right, Dolphins, Rabbitohs. You know what? With the players the Dolphins will have out, I think the Rabbitohs win that. Well, it'll probably just be hammer, to be fair. But I reckon the Rabbitohs can win that game. That I will be at that game too. Sharks, no Nico. Maybe not that much. 16-6. Titans, Eels. You'd have to say no Moses. I think the Titans win that one. Broncos, Dragons. I think Broncos should get that one. Manly, Knights. I'm going to go Manly win that one 20-16. We'll go 20-18. Make it a little bit closer. All right, so Dolphins drop out of the top 8. Oh, hang on. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Okay, Dolphins drop out of the top 8. Wild. All right. Next round, we've got Warriors, Tigers, I reckon this is a big score here. Sorry, Tigers fans. Eels, Storm. I think the Eels win this. Eels tend to turn up against the Storm, so I reckon they get the job done there. Broncos, Bulldogs. I'm going to go 18-16 to the Broncos. 22-12 Cowboys. Roosters, I think they'll get a pretty good win here. Dragons won't beat the Panthers this time. I'm going to go 32-8. 21-20 to the Dolphins over the Titans. And then the Raiders, I reckon it'll be close, but an 18-16 result there. All right, after 21 rounds, that is your top 8. Not bad, not great for some teams though. Cowboys are really making a bit of a run late in the year. I wouldn't be surprised if that was to happen, to be honest. Tigers, Cowboys. Look, I actually think the Tigers win this one. I reckon there's going to be a lot of emotion in this game for the Tigers, but mainly because this fixture last year, they put a cricket score on them. Obviously, the Cowboys returned the favour late in the year, but I reckon the Tigers win that one. Warriors, I think, win this one. Dolphins, Roosters. Yep, I think the Dolphins get a close win there. I reckon the Titans beat the Broncos there at Seabus. Storm, I think 28-6 over the Dragons. Sharks, Rabbitohs. Look, I do think the Sharks win this one, even though I do think the Rabbitohs will be a better team late in the year. Panthers, 24-16 over the Knights, and Bulldogs. I think we see a 20-12 win over the Raiders there. So let's see what the ladder looks like here. So Panthers, Sharks, Storm, Broncos make up the top 4. Raiders, Roosters, Bulldogs, and Dolphins finish off the top 8. All right, we have 4 rounds to go, I believe. 23, 24, so 5 rounds to go. No quick maths for me. I don't see us beating the Storm, so I think it'll be close though. Titans, I actually could potentially see them getting close, but I do think the Sharkies win that. Eels, Panthers, I think the Eels win this. I think it'll be a weird score. I'm going 19-16. Raiders, Sea Eagles, I'm going 24-12 there. Cowboys, Broncos, I think the Cowboys win that in a close one. Dragons, Bulldogs, I think the Dragons get up in this one. Dolphins, Warriors, I think 28-12 victors there for the Dolphins. And then Knights winning this one 24-16. So, what are we looking at there? There is the ladder for round 22. 23, my apologies. Panthers, Storm. Top 4 clash here. At Bluebet, I do think Panthers win this in a close one. Manly, I think, will get the win there over the Warriors. I think the Roosters put on a pretty big score there. Dolphins, I think, will lose this one to the Bulldogs. Another 18. I like that 18-16 scoreline. I don't know why. 24-12, Cowboys win that. I just can't see us losing late in the year. I think we get a 13-plus win there. Ooh, win stadium. I think the Titans win that one. No pun intended. Sharks, Knights. I think Sharks win that one 24-6. All right, update. Let's see where everybody sits. Roosters back in the top 4. This third, pretty much all the way down to 7th, is so congested. Anything can happen there. I think your top 2 is almost certainly locked in. Although the Roosters have a very good for and against, so that could play into it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So there's only 3 rounds to go. Tigers, Sea Eagles, upset, potentially. I'm going to go 10-8 to the Tigers, low scoring game. Warriors, Bulldogs, I'm going to say Warriors get up 24-16. Broncos, 30, defeats the Eels, 6. I reckon Raiders beat the Panthers there. Storm, Dolphins, I'm going to go 24-16 there. I think the Storm win that. I think Rabbitohs win this one. I like that scoreline. It won't be that much, I don't think. I'm going to go 24-20. We'll reel it back well and truly. I reckon the Titans pip the Roosters here late in the season. And then I reckon a 23-12, weird scoreline again. Dragons get up over Cronulla. So, man, that's what I'm saying, man. This is just so congested. Dolphins may miss the 8 is what I'm seeing here. Titans have really come back as well. Cowboys are looking likely to be a top 8 squad with only 2 games to go. Cowboys Storm, I don't think the Cowboys win that one. I think the Bulldogs get a win over Manly, and I think it'll be a good win as well. Panthers 24-6 over the... let's make that 24-8. Eels Dragons, I'm going to say 25-24. Dolphins Broncos, I think the Dolphins win that. Sharkies Warriors, I think the Sharks get that one. Who else have we got? Knights Titans, I reckon the Titans, they finish this year strong. I'm going to say a big win here for the Roosters, 20-4. All right, so the top with 1 game to go. We have to look at this because there's going to be teams resting players. So I would say, well, the Titans are pretty much unable to make the finals. So Broncos Storm, I would say nobody rests players. Tigers Eels, it's a nothing game to be honest. Rabbitohs Roosters definitely will not rest players. I will be at this game and I think there'll be a lot of emotion in this game. Dragons Raiders, I don't see any team resting players there. Bulldogs Cowboys, I don't see any team resting players. Panthers Titans, I don't see any teams. Panthers. Panthers. Oh, hang on, no, I don't think anybody rests players. I genuinely don't think anybody rests players, man. I think they run it back. I think they go. I think every team goes for it. Broncos, I'm going to say they win this 24-16. I think it'll be a close one. Tigers and Eels, I think the Tigers win that, to be fair. I actually think the Rabbitohs clinch it in a close one against the Roosters. Dragons, they've got nothing really to play for. So I do think that the Raiders get a good win here. Doggies, I think the Dogs win this. Panthers Titans, I think this will be a Panthers win here. Then we've got Sea Eagles against the Sharks. Again, Manly really nothing to play for here except pride. I think Cronulla get the job done, 14-18. And then the Knights and Dolphins, I do think the Finns get up. I think they will push to try and get a really big win here. What does that do for them? If that, okay. Oh well, okay. I didn't even think about that. I thought the Finns would get knocked out of the top. Okay, no. Cowboys do just fall out. Titans finish 10th. Warriors, Manly make up the 9 through to 12. Sea Eagles, Knights, Rabbitohs, Eels, and Tigers get the spoon again. Heartbreaking stuff. But I'd say an improved season there. Top 8, Panthers, Sharks, Storm, and Broncos. Raiders, Roosters, Bulldogs, and Dolphins make up the rest of the top 8. So the Roosters, bit of a fall down there for them. They finished 6th there and a cracking first matchup. So I will jump over to the official ladder predictor so I can go through my finals predictions. I'll see you guys shortly. Righto guys, so we are here doing the predictions for the finals. So I've jumped over on this one because it's easier for me to do it here than do a whole graphic up for it. I don't know how I'm going to move the screen, but if you can see the ladder, ignore it. I've just had to do a quick change to everything so it'd all be lined up how my predictions are. So let's get into it. Panthers Broncos, this game would be played at Bluebet Stadium. So I think Panthers win that one. Raiders Dolphins, this would be played in Canberra. Look, Dolphins have had a good run. I do think the Raiders get the job done at home there. Bulldogs Roosters is an interesting one. Now, again, another team that's had a great run. If they do make top 8, I do think they can give a good run, or give the Roosters a good game here. But I do think the Roosters would come out of that one. Sharks and Storm. A big criticism over Cronulla this year is that they have not just this year, but basically the last few years, is that they just can't beat those big scalps. And I think they're moving in the right direction this year, but I can't see them beating the Storm in this game. I think we need to see a little bit more from them in finals before I'm confident about that. So I am going to back in the Storm there. Broncos and Raiders, Sharks and Roosters. Pretty good lineup here. Sharks and Roosters did meet last year. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. I think it must have been last year. All right, so Broncos and Raiders. Raiders actually play good footy at Suncorp, to be fair. But I think their fairy tale year will come to an end, so I am going to the Broncos there. Sharks and Roosters. I think the Sharkies, it's hard though, because I know I'm gonna stick with what I believe. I think it will be tough for the Roosters. For the Sharks to beat a top 4 side. Not so much a top 4 side, but a contending side. So I am going to go Roosters to win that one. All right, next up, we've got the Panthers and Roosters, which I think would be an extremely good game. And then Storm against the Broncos. I can't see the Panthers losing, man. I can't see them losing, so I am going to back them in. And then finally, we've got the Storm and the Broncos. Storm's record against the Broncos is incredible. So I do think Storm get the job done there, and they will meet the Panthers in the grand final. A replay of the 2020 grand final. And Storm beat them in 2020. I think the Panthers win 4 in a row and beat the Melbourne Storm to win it all for 2024. Let me know your predictions down below in the comments, guys. And let me know, do you agree? Do you disagree with mine? Hit that like button, hit that sub button. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.